Hello everyone, in this video we're going to learn how to use the trigonometric identities to prove other trigonometric identities. Alright, so let's take a look at the first example. We need to express this expression in terms of tangent s with no other trigonometric functions. Alright, so we have f of s equals sine s times secant square of s over cosecant s, right? So this guy is the same thing as sine s times secant square of s is going to be 1 over cosine square of s, right? Divided by 1 over sine s, right? Now you're going to multiply the top and bottom by sine s. Sine s times sine s is going to be sine square of s over cosine square of s. Right? All together divided by sine s and sine s cancel out, right? So it's going to be 1. And then this guy turns out to be tangent square of s over 1. It's going to be tangent square of s, right? Now let's move on to example number 2. We need to express this one in terms of secant s with no other trigonometric function, right? So this guy turns out to be 1 over sine s, right? Because cosecant s is going to be 1 over sine s times tangent s is going to be sine s over cosine s, right? Now this one cancel out. So it turns out to be 1 over cosine s. But 1 over cosine s is going to be secant s, right? Now let's move on to the third example. We need to rewrite this one in terms of cosine s, right? So this guy turns out to be tangent s is going to be sine s over cosine s, right? Cosecant s is going to be 1 over sine s, right? Alright, so this guy is the same thing as sine s over cosine s multiplied by this one reciprocal, right? So it can be sine s over 1, right? Now sine s times sine s can be sine square of s over cosine s, right? Now sine square of s is going to be 1 minus cosine square of s over cosine s, right? Because you have sine square of s plus cosine square of s equals 1, right? Now let's move on to example number 4. We need to prove that cotangent s plus cosecant s times 1 minus cosine s equals sine s, right? So the best way for you to prove the trigonometric identities is to convert every single thing into the sine and cosine, right? So I have cotangent s is going to be cosine s over sine s, right? Cosecant s is going to be 1 over sine s, right? Times 1 minus cosine s, right? Now this guy have the same denominator, so I just rewrite this one as 1 plus cosine s, right? And then I multiply this guy, it's going to be 1 minus cosine s over sine s, right? Alright, so the top right here is the difference of two square formula, right? Remember we have a minus b times a plus b. It's going to be a square minus b square, right? So this guy turns out to be 1 square minus cosine square of s over sine s, right? So 1 minus cosine square of s is going to be sine square of s over sine s, right? So this guy turned out to be sine s, right? So this one has been proved, right? Remember we have sine square of s plus cosine square of s equals 1. So keep that in mind. Now let's move on to example number 5. We need to prove this one, right? So we start from the left hand side, right? Left hand side. It's going to be secant of beta subtract cosine of beta. It's going to be 1 over cosine of beta, right? Minus cosine of beta, right? So I need to write this guy and this guy in the same denominator, right? So I just rewrite this one as 1 over cosine of beta subtract this one. I multiply the top and bottom by cosine beta, right? So it's going to be cosine square beta over cosine of beta, right? Now, since this one have the same denominator, so I just combine them. So it can be 1 minus cosine square over cosine beta, right? Now, 1 minus cosine beta square is going to be sine square beta, right? Over cosine beta, right? Now, sine square beta, I just rewrite this one as sine beta times sine beta, right? Over cosine beta, right? Now, this one I just rewrite as sine beta. This one right here equals tangent beta, right? So this one has been proved. Now let's move on to example number 6. We need to prove the left hand side equals the right hand side. Alright, this one this should be S. Alright, now we start from the left hand side. So it's gonna be cosine of tangent 1 plus cosine of S, right? Now we just let u be a tangent of 1, right? Now we need to take tangent both sides, so we have tangent u equals tangent of this one, right? This guy cancel out, so we have tangent of u equals 1, which is 1 over 1, right? So we just draw the right triangle. So suppose this angle is u, right? So tangent of u is equal opposite over adjacent, right? So this one is opposite equals 1, adjacent equals 1, right? This guy is right angle, and this guy equals root 2 by using the Pythagorean theorem, right? Now, the second one, we just let v be cosine of s, right? This one is u, right? This one is v. Alright, so we're gonna take cosine both sides. So then this guy cancel out, right? So we have cosine v equals s, right? Now, as I can rewrite this one as s over 1, right? Now I use another right triangle. Suppose this angle is v, right? So cosine v is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So adjacent should be right here, which is s. Hypotenuse, which is 1, right? Opposite right here is square root of 1 minus s squared by using the Pythagorean theorem, right? So I substitute back over here. So I have cosine of tangent of 1, which is u, right? So cosine of u plus v, right? I have this v right here. Now I apply the formula I learned in the previous lesson. It's going to be cosine of u cosine of v minus sine of u sine of v, right? Now I look at this right triangle right here. Cosine of u equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is going to be 1. Hypotenuse should be root 2, right? So this guy should be 1 over root 2. Cosine of v is going to be adjacent as hypotenuse 1. So it should be s over 1, right? Subtract sine u equals opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is 1, hypotenuse is root 2, right? So 1 over root 2. Sine v is going to be opposite right here over hypotenuse right here should be square root of 1 minus s square over 1. Now I need to simplify this one, right? So this guy turns out to be s over root 2 subtract square root of 1 minus s square over root 2, right? Now I need to multiply the top and bottom by root 2. So I have root 2 s minus root 2 times root 1 minus s square all together over 2, right? Now for this guy and this guy right here, I can write this one at the same radical side and then I distribute 2, right? So it turns out to be root 2 s minus root 2 minus 2s squared over 2. So this guy has been proved, right? Now, let's move on to example number 7. So, I start from the left hand side, right? Left hand side equals cosine of alpha minus 3 pi over 2, right? So, I apply the formula cosine of u plus v is going to be cosine of u cosine of v minus sine of u sine of v, right? If this guy is subtraction and then this guy should be add, right? So I apply this formula, it's going to be cosine alpha cosine 3 pi over 2 plus sine alpha sine 3 pi over 2, right? So this one turns out to be this guy equals 0, right? So 0 times this one is going to be 0, right? So I have sine alpha times sine of 3 pi over 2 equals negative 1, right? So this guy turned out to be negative sine of alpha, right? Now let's move on to question B. This is actually tangent of theta plus 3 pi, right? So question B, I have left hand side. It's going to be tangent of theta plus 3 pi, right? So I apply the formula tangent of A plus B equals, now I need to apply this formula, so it turns out to be tangent of theta plus tangent of 3 pi over 1 minus tangent of theta times tangent of 3 pi, right? Now this one turns out to be tangent of theta plus sine of 3 pi over cosine of 3 pi, right? Over 1 minus tangent of theta times sine of 3 pi over cosine of 3 pi, right? Now sine of 3 pi is going to be 0, right? So 0 divided by this guy is going to be 0, right? So the whole thing is equal to 0. This guy is 0 divided by this guy is going to be 0. Now 0 times tangent of theta is going to be 0. So the bottom should be 1, right? The top should be tangent theta, right? So this guy equals tangent of theta, right? So this one has been proved. Now let's take a look at the example number 8. We need to prove this one, right? We have the left hand side is going to be sine of s plus k minus sine s over k, right? Now we need to apply the formula sine of a plus b. It's going to be sine a cosine b plus sine b cosine a. So we have sine s cosine k plus sine k cosine s subtract sine s, right, over k, right? Now I'm going to prove the first guy right here and the third guy right here. So I have sine k cosine s right here plus sine s cosine k minus sine s Then I separate this guy. It's going to be k over here and k over here, right? So then I factor the second one out. If I factor sine s out, it's going to be cosine k minus 1, right? So then I just rewrite this one as cosine s right here. And then I have sine k over k, right? Plus this one right here, I just rewrite sine s over here. And then I have cosine k minus 1 over k, right? Now I'm going to rewrite the first one. It's going to be cosine s sine k over k. The second one, I just factor negative 1 out. So it turns out to be negative sine s. And then I just change the sign on the top. Should be 1 minus cosine k over k, right? So we look at this one. This is exactly the same thing. This guy right here. So this guy has been proved. Now let's move on to example number 9. Sometimes you have to start from the right hand side, not always from the left hand side, right? So in this situation, we're going to start from the right hand side. So the right hand side is going to be 1 over 1 minus sine theta plus 1 over 1 plus sine theta, right? So I just cross multiply like this. So I have 1 plus sine theta plus 1 minus sine theta over 1 minus sine theta times 1 plus sine theta, right? So the top right here, I just simplify. It's going to be 1 plus 1 is going to be 2, right? Sine theta minus sine theta is going to be 0, right? The bottom right here, I use difference of 2 square, right? So it's going to be 1 square minus sine square of theta, right? Remember, you have a minus b times a plus b. It's going to be a square minus b square, right? So this guy turns out to be 2 over 1 minus sine square theta, right? Now 2 over 1 minus sine square theta is going to be cosine square theta, because you have sine square theta plus cosine square theta equals 1, right? So this guy turns out to be 2 times 1 over cosine square theta, right? And this guy turns out to be 2 times secant square theta, right? Because you have secant theta equals 1 over cosine theta, right? And this guy has been proved, right? Now let's move on to example number 10. Alright, so we need to prove the left hand side equals the right hand side. So left hand side is going to be tangent square of s plus 1. This is actually secant square s, right? You learned in the formula, right? Now cosine square of s minus 1. This one you can rewrite as subtract 1 minus cosine square of s, right? 1 minus cosine square of s is going to be sine square of s, right? And then bring the negative side down. So cosine square of s minus 1 turns out to be negative sine square of s. Keep in mind this one is the multiplication, right? So secant square of s is going to be 1 over cosine square of s times negative sine square of s, right? So I can rewrite this one as negative sine square of s over cosine square of s. So it's going to be negative tangent square of s, right? So this one has been proved. Now let's move on to example number 11a, right? So we have tangent s cosecant s equals tangent s equals sine s over cosine s, right? Cosecant s equals 1 over sine s, right? Now this guy cancel out. So you have 1 over cosine s, right? It's going to be secant s, right? So this one has been proved. Now question B, you have tangent s plus cosine cotangent s. It's going to be sine s over cosine s for tangent s, right? Plus cosine s over sine s for cotangent s, right? Now we just cross multiply, right? So this guy turns out to be sine square of s plus cosine square of s over cosine s times sine s, right? Alright, so this guy turns out to be 1 over cosine s times sine s, right? Because sine square s plus cosine square of s equals 1, right? So this one can be written as 1 over cosine s times 1 over sine s, right? 1 over cosine, which means secant s, right? 1 over sine s, which means cosecant s, right? So this one has been proved. Now let's take a look at example number 12. So we have secant s plus tangent s. It's going to be 1 over cosine s plus sine s over cosine s, right? And then this guy have the same denominator, right? So I just rewrite this one as 1 plus sine s over cosine s, right? I just multiply the top and bottom by 1 minus sine s, right? So on the top, it turns out to be difference of 2 square. It's going to be 1 minus sine square of s, right? The bottom should be 1 minus sine s times cosine s, right? Now 1 minus sine square of s is going to be cosine square of s, right? Over 1 minus sine s times cosine s, right? Now cosine square of s and this one cancel out, right? So I have cosine of s on the top and the bottom should be 1 minus sine of s, right? So this formula has been proved. Now let's move on to the example number 13. Alright, so we're gonna start from the left hand side. It's gonna be cotangent square of theta over 1 plus cosecant theta, right? Cotangent square of theta is gonna be cosecant square of theta minus 1 over cosecant of theta plus 1, right? So I'm going to apply the formula difference of 2 square on the numerator. So I have cosecant theta minus 1 times cosecant theta plus 1, right? Over cosecant theta plus 1, right? Now this guy cancel out, right? So we have cosecant theta minus 1, right? But cosecant is going to be 1 over sine, right? So 1 over sine theta minus 1, right? So 1 right here, I can rewrite this one as sine theta over sine theta, right? So I just combine them. It's going to be 1 minus sine theta over sine theta, right? So this one has been proved. Now let's move on to the example number 14a. So I'm going to start from the left hand side, right? So left hand side is going to be tangent power of 4s can be written as tangent square of s times tangent square of s, right? So I just rewrite the first one, tangent square of s. Now the second one is going to be secant square of s minus 1 by the formula, right? So this one turns out to be distribute this guy, it's going to be tangent square of s times secant square of s minus tangent square of s. So the first one has been proved. Now the second one, we do exactly the same thing. So I have question B, cosecant power of 4 of s times cotangent s is going to be cosecant square of s times cosecant square of s times cotangent s, right? I rewrite the first one, cosecant square of s, right? Now for this cosecant square of s right here, turns out to be 1 plus cotangent square of s, right? And then multiply by cotangent s right here, right? So it's going to be cosecant square of s times cotangent s plus cotangent q of s, right? So question B right here has been proved. Now let's move on to example number 15. Alright, so we need to prove that sine 3s equals 3 sine s minus 4 sine to the third s, right? So this one can be written as sine of s plus 2s, right? So I can apply the formula sine of a plus b. It could be sine a cosine b plus sine b cosine a, right? So it's going to be sine s cosine 2s plus sine 2s cosine s, right? Now sine s, I just rewrite it. Cosine 2s is going to be 1 minus 2 sine square of s by the formula, right? Now the second one, plus sine of 2s by the formula is going to be 2 sine s cosine s, right? And then I just rewrite cosine s right here, right? So this one turns out to be sine s if you distribute this one minus 2 sine q of s, right? Now cosine s times cosine s could be cosine square of s, right? So this guy turns out to be 2 sine s. I just rewrite, right? Now cosine square of s is going to be 1 minus sine square of s, right? Now I just distribute this guy. So this guy turns out to be sine s minus 2 sine qs plus 2 sine s minus 2 sine q of s, right? Now I'm gonna combine like terms, right? This guy turns out to be 3 sine s. This guy turns out to be negative 4 sine to the third of s. Then this one has been proved, right? Now let's move on to the last example. So we're gonna start from sine to the 4 of s, right? So this one can be written as sine square of s all together squared, right? Now you know that sine square of s could be 1 minus cosine of 2s over 2, right? All together square, right? This guy turned out to be 1 minus cosine of 2s all together square over 4, right? So I can rewrite 1 over 4 times. I use the complete square formula to expand this one. So it could be 1 minus 2 cosine of 2s plus cosine square of 2s, right? Now remember that you have cosine square of s equals 1 plus cosine 2s over 2, right? Look at this angle right here. This guy right here, double this guy. Now if you have cosine square of 2s right here, then this guy turns out to be 1 plus cosine of 4s over 2, right? Keep in mind this guy right here always double this guy if you use this formula. So I just apply this one over here. I just rewrite 1 over 4 times 1 minus 2 cosine of 2s plus 1 plus cosine of 4s over 2, right? Now let's rewrite 1 4, right? This guy right here, I need to multiply this guy by 2, multiply this guy by 2 to write the whole thing in the same denominator, right? So I have 2 minus 4 cosine of 2s plus 1 plus cosine of 4s over 2, right? Now 2 right here, I can bring it outside, so it's turned out to be 1/2, right? So 1 4 times 1/2 is going to be 1/8 times 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Negative 4 cosine 2s plus cosine 4s, right? And this one has been proved, right? And it's good time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.